of course, have a great film review with, of course, the legendary Tasnim Rashid. But before that, we will chat to her about her results. Welcome. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
So I understand you've got your results and you've got 4 A's. Alhamdulillah, congratulations. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, thank you. I am in the year below Danielle, who was just on.
Year 12?
Yes.
Yeah.
So these are my AS grades.
Yes. Okay, great. So what are your plans now for the next year? How are you going to prepare yourself?
Yeah, so I'm going to be applying to university in October.
Yeah, inshallah.
Inshallah. And I'm going to be applying to UK and US universities.
Yeah, because you went to America recently as well. So what was that like?
Yeah, it was very interesting. It's a very different culture out there. But I really enjoyed their education system in the US, how they... their education system is more about allowing you to explore subjects outside of the subject that you specialise in.
Yeah.
So you specialise in your second year, and the first year is all about figuring out what you like, taking a whole bunch of courses, and it's a very interdisciplinary approach to education, which I quite enjoyed.
Okay, so do you think you sort of opting towards going to America, or do you think you might stay back?
I think I am very happy with both options.
Both options, yeah.
Yeah,
Inshallah.
I think if that decision comes to me in the future.
Inshallah, it will come. It will come very quickly. Time flies. I mean, 8 years ago, I was with my A-level results, and I thought, what am I going to do next? And now I'm here. I was like, oh my God, I'm 25. What? But no, time flies really quickly, and inshallah, you're going to do amazing next year. And of course, you've done amazing this year as well. So inshallah, congratulations again. But okay, moving on, we have our 3 films. So what do you have for us today?
So today, now that it's summer, a bunch of new films are coming out, but we have an oldie but a classic.
Okay,
we have
we do
First
like
Rush
those.
Hour.
Okay.
It Ends With Us.
Oh.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And Deadpool and Wolverine.
Okay, let's start with Rush Hour. What's that about?
So Rush Hour is an absolute classic of a movie. It's got Jackie Chan, and it's about a LA cop working with Jackie Chan, and they're trying to save an ambassador's daughter.
Okay.
Like a diplomat's daughter.
Right.
And she's been taken hostage by some syndicate crime gang in America, and they need to work together to be able to rescue her.
Okay, fine.
And they're a dynamic duo, and it's just a bunch of laughs along the way.
Okay, fine. And how would you rate that out of a 10?
That's a classic. So it's a solid 10 out of 10.
Solid 10, okay, fine. And what sort of target audience will enjoy that?
So I watched this with my dad, and he absolutely loved it, because anything to do with like a father and daughter he loves.
No, of course.
Of course. But he also loved it because he thinks it's really funny. He thinks Jackie Chan is absolutely hilarious.
We love Jackie Chan. Who doesn't love Jackie Chan?
Of course. So I would say it's a good family movie, but if you're into action, that sort of thing, action comedy, it's definitely for you in that case.
Okay, fine. So then we have the second movie. I think It Ends With Us. So what's that about?
So It Ends With Us. It's about a woman who is trying to find herself. So she is suffering from domestic violence, and it's about her sort of trying to break away from the cycle of abuse.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. And who plays the characters in this movie?
Lily Bloom is played by Blake Lively.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
And Riley is played...
Don't worry about the names.
by
I think the names are... was it Justin's?
Justin Baldoni.
Yeah. Okay, fine. And what did you like about the movie the most?
So I think what was really good about the movie is how it sort of... I really liked the message at the end. How... I think Blake Lively has said this in interviews, how even though domestic violence happens to the character Lily Bloom, she's much more than that. And the end... So the story is... the character Lily Bloom, she had suffered from like a abusive family when she was younger. She was exposed to domestic violence. She grew up. She promised herself she would never put herself through that again, but then still found herself in a relationship
Where there was abuse.
Yeah.
Okay. So is this based on a book?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's based off of a book written by Colleen Hoover, and it's also called It Ends With Us.
Ends With Us. Okay.
And It Ends With Us, the title is based off of one of the last things Lily Bloom says. She's holding her baby, and it's a little girl, and she's saying the cycle of abuse, it ends with us.
Wow,
which is quite
that's
profound and meaningful
No,
message.
of course. I mean, I don't know if I just saw on social media, but is this just sort of the movie that you just wear your florals and just go with your girls to watch the movie?
I
Because
would
that's the thing. I
not-
saw a lot of that on like social media. I was thinking,
Yeah, there's a bit of drama
Yeah.
behind the movie. A lot of people are speculating that Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, Justin Baldoni being the director and
Yes.
Blake Lively being the executive producer of this movie. A lot of people are speculating that they had like drama.
Lots of drama.
Yeah, and a lot of people are speculating that since Ryan Reynolds, who is Blake Lively's
Yeah.
husband, since he had like written or produced 2 of the scenes
yeah.
of the movie during like the Hollywood actors strikes, that Justin Baldoni was not happy with this decision, and that's what people are speculating the tension of this, the reason behind this tension to be.
Okay, fine. So what would you rate this movie out of a 10?
I think it was an important movie with an important message, but I do think some bits were glossed over a little bit.
I agree.
So I think I'd rate it a 7 out of 10.
7. Okay. Is it something that catches your attention straight away? I mean, of course, if someone's read the book, they'll sort of know, you know, what's going on and what isn't.
I just think I worry about the fact about like with the advertising and everything that it was sort of advertised as a rom-com, and I'm here to
It was
unequivocally
advertised with
say-
like outfits
Yeah, with, like,
and just
hair
earrings.
care.
Yeah.
I'm here to unequivocally
bolding,
say
yeah.
that it's not a rom-com, it's a movie about domestic violence, and that is the central theme about it. So if you're expecting a rom-com with like Atlas and Lily, it's not going to
Absolutely
happen.
Okay, fine. Right, and then we have our last movie. What's our last movie about?
So it's Deadpool and Wolverine, and a little nugget of information is that I think Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, they sort of tried to do the promotion of the 2 movies together since they're
So
they're married,
Okay. Yeah.
they star in their respective movies, and and it doesn't really
Interesting.
work out because it ends with us as very
Different.
very different to an
Yeah.
action comedy, which is what Deadpool and Wolverine is.
Right.
I actually watched it today.
Like, and you did it right before the show. Yeah.
It
good.
was a very funny movie. Ryan Reynolds is a mastermind in comedy, and this was very much reflected in his movie. So it's an action movie, and I think it not only is it very good for like a young audience because the humor is quite young, but I also think what Ryan Reynolds does very cleverly is he has the ability to break the fourth wall in a very entertaining and succinct way, but it also adds to the plot very well. So that's spoiling too much. Let's just say that Ryan Reynolds, his character Deadpool, he all of a sudden needs to save his universe.
Okay.
So he needs to go find he needs to find a Wolverine
Right.
to be able to help him save the universe. And that's all I'm going to say. Because
That's
everything
what you're
else
going
would
to
be
say.
a spoiler.
Fine. No. Okay.
But it's
fine.
very entertaining,
Right.
and I would definitely recommend it.
Okay. So how would you rate that out of a 10?
It's just my type of movie because I'm
Yeah.
a big comedy person.
Right.
So I'd say it was really good. It was like an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Okay. Fine. And so I think the last 2 are in the cinemas right now.
Yes.
And obviously Rush Hour. Where could we watch that?
You can watch that on Netflix.
Okay, fine. And who would you sort of watch the second and the third movie with? Like, what sort of audience will want to watch that?
So I watched It Ends With Us with my friends. And I would say I don't think it's appropriate for young children or anyone of that
Yeah.
sort of sense. I think it's an important movie, but I think you need to be in the right headspace for it.
Of course. Okay, so it's
Yeah.
quite heavy in terms
very
of...
heavy, yeah.
Okay, fine. All right then.
And Deadpool and Wolverine, some of the jokes were very much aimed to a younger audience, so I'm not entirely sure that an older audience would appreciate it as much.
Okay, so
but-
when you say young audience, do you mean someone, like people under 18 or
No,
sort of young
below,
adults?
Like 35, I'd say.
Okay, so young adult sort of audience.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. But maybe older than 18-ish.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. All right then, cool. Okay, so we're gonna rate what, Rush Hour first, and then maybe Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fine. And then it ends
Ends
with us.
With Us.
Okay, fine. That's fine. All right then. Thank you so much for your film review today,
you
and of
so
course,
much for having
congratulations
me.
for your results. Make sure you
you.
go celebrate that because, of course.